Welcome back to my class, and today is all about how to table. One of the most stylish tricks out there. Is a super old school trick, but done wrongly can look a bit terrible. I'm going to give you a few tips on how to do this tabletop and get it clicked, get it flat. Right, you're probably wondering what obstacle you're going to want to learn this tabletop on. For me, the hip is the perfect way to learn the tabletop. You can do it on a straight jump, but doing it on a hip is perfect because when you're tabling, you're moving that bike. So I like to table to the left. So a right-hand hip is perfect for this because you can go table and turn into that landing. Right, this next part is important. You want to be able to jump this jump comfortably. Doing the tabletop's not all about getting as much speed as possible into that jump. You want to come in with enough speed to give you that big height, give you some pop, and when that bike comes up in amongst your legs and gets super lightweight, that's when you can manipulate that bike into the tabletop. Right, to get the feeling for the tabletop, we've done this before with how to tuck no hander. Let's get on your back. Your mates are going to think you're silly, but this is definitely going to help you understand how to tabletop for sure. Get your bike in hand like this, put it on your feet, get in the riding position, and just imagine what you would do with a table, so like that. But if you start off with your hands, when you're tabling like this, you can see you can't go any further because of that elbow is locked. You can't get it on. So what you want to do is rotate your wrist around the grip. This is the key. Rotate your hand around the grip like this and push it in. You can get flatter tables without hovering over your brake, because look, your finger stops you and your elbow stops you. So let go, death grip it, and like twist your wrist around the grip. Whilst we're down here, look at your legs when you're tabling. See that? It's the knee out. It's not the good look way. What you want to do is keep your knees in whilst doing the table and letting your top foot bend in over your top tube like this. And then your bottom leg is basically pushing on the frame and pulling the frame and bike up underneath you to get flat tables. But don't be scared, because with the bigger the table gets, your foot, your bottom foot, is going to rotate on your pedal just like it's doing now. It's moving off the table, off the pedal. Don't worry about that. That means you're getting clicked tables, as well as your top foot as well. It's going to twist round like that. That's good. Right, recap, because this is important when doing tables. When you're tabling like this, see, you've locked out. I'm going to say this again. You're locking this out so you can't get that table. Your legs are bent. You don't want that look. What you want to do is let your finger come off that lever and rotate your wrist around that grip so you can push it in. So it moves freely, so you don't get that lock on your handle there, like that. It's all about rotating your wrist around that grip and pushing in and dropping your shoulder in to get big tables. Right, the obvious things are that in a table is all in the arms, but the less obvious thing is your hips and your legs. But that is a big point when it comes to a tabletop. You've got to move your hips. You've got to drop your hips in, just like that, like you're dancing on the dance floor there, like that. See, if you don't move your hips, you're just going to get that. Your body, your torso is just going to be kind of straight. But if you drop your hips in to the side and using your legs, bending your knees, keeping your knees in, and using that inside leg to lift up the bike, so you're curling it up underneath you to bring that table right up. So they're the three basic techniques on how to table, and I say basic because they are. It's basically twisting your wrist, you're moving your hips in, and you're keeping your knees in. If you work on those three techniques, you're definitely going to get a tabletop. But it's a progressive thing. You're not going to go out there and just go, oh, Blake just said twist, do it, and you're going to nail it. You probably will, but it's a progressive thing. You can start off small and you can build it up until you're laying those big tables down. You work on them, you're definitely going to get it. Right, so that is how to table. I hope I've helped you out on a few techniques on getting that table flat in the air for you. But it doesn't take a weekend, 2 weeks. It takes time to perfect the big table, and it's a super stylish trick. It can be done in the right time. It can blow any other trick out the water. But If you want to know how to tuck no-hander, click just down here to do that. If you want to know what 8 basic tricks to learn, click just down there, which I'm thinking Tabletop is one of them. Don't forget, click this rad little globe right here and you won't miss another video just like this. And don't forget to give a thumbs up, like.